Hello students, now we will see the sample program 5, and the sample program 5 is about the happy number. Happy number means suppose you get the input number and you have to square the digits of that number. Okay, actually this is 3 square and 1 square. This is a printing mistake, they have given it as 32 and 12. Okay, actually this is the 3 square plus 1 square. So the digits of the number is being squared. So this is 9 plus 1 is 10. So again they are doing it as 1 square plus 0 square, which is equal to 1. So if you get the squares of the sum of the squares of the digit is equal to 1, then it is a happy number they are saying. So for this only they have written the program here. We will see the program now. They have asked to enter a number and they have stored the number in num, and they have initialized sum is equal to num, and in the, that is your input sum, in the sum they have given the input here and they are getting into the loop, and here again they have initialized num with the sum, and sum is equal to 0 they have said in the outer loop, and they are entering into the inner loop. In the inner loop they are finding the digits, that is d is equal to num mod 10 gives you the last digit. For example, if it is a 31 means the 1 will be in d now, and sum is equal to sum already we have declared that is initialized it as 0. So 0 plus the first digit, d into d means first digit, 1 into 1. So 1 will be there in the sum, and num is equal to num by 10. So again you will be getting the 3 here. So in this digit you will be d, you will be getting the 3, and sum plus sum is already 1. 1 plus 3 into 3 is 9, and you will be getting 10. So after that it will come out, because the num will not be greater than 0, because you are doing number divided by 10. Already 3 is over, so you won't be getting a number that is greater than 0. So it will come out of the loop. So come out of the loop means it will be checking whether the sum is greater than 9. Yes, 10 is greater than 9. So here the sum is 10, which is greater than 9. So once again it will get into the loop. So now that is the reason they have declared here num is equal to sum. Okay, so because here you are getting the sum, no, for that also you have to add the squares of the digits. See here, 3 square plus 9 square they have got 10. Because this is a 2-digit number, again they are squaring the digits, 1 square plus 0 square, which is equal to 1. So for that reason only they have given here num is equal to sum. So if num is greater than 9 means this sum only we are going to take the digits from this sum. So that is the reason they have initialized num is equal to sum here. So while you are entering into the inner loop, again this sum, the value in this sum will be in the num, and for that you are going to get the digits. For example, through this example itself means this 10 value will be in the num now. So num divided by 10 you get 0. So 0 square, again you will be dividing by 10 and you will be getting the value 1. So then 1. So your sum will be equal to 1, and you are coming out, because this condition will not be true, because num is not going to be greater than 0. So it will come to the outer loop, and now the sum value is 1 and 1 is not greater than 9. So it will also come out of the loop. Now they are checking whether the sum is equal to 1. If the sum is equal to 1 only, it is a happy number. Otherwise it is not a happy number. We are going to display it. So we will see the next program 6. In program 6 they have given ISBN unique numeric book identifier, which is printed on every book. So to check that book number is legal or not, that is for each and every book they would have been given some ISBN number. If that number is wrong means that will be unique for every book. So if it is not up to their calculation means it is a illegal number. That is, it is some pirated book like that. Okay. So how they are checking the ISBN is legal or not is the ISBN number will be 10-digit number. Okay, and this 10-digit number, what they are doing is this first, the leftmost first number is there, no, that into 1 into that number, and the second number 2 into the second number, 3 into the third number, 4 into the fourth number, like that, 10 into the 10th number, like that they will be multiplying it, and the product of each number is added together. After adding those numbers, see here, the product of these numbers, they are getting a sum, right? After adding this number should be divisible by 11. If this number is divisible by 11, then that code is a unique code and it is a legal ISBN code. Okay, so that is for this only we are going to write the program now. Input the ISBN code as 10-digit integer. So this is the input we are going to get from the user. We are going to ask the user to enter a 10-digit integer. Then we are going to check whether the user has given the exactly the 10-digit number, or if it is less than 10-digit or greater than 10-digit, we have to display a message illegal ISBN. If it is not a 10-digit, that is if it is less than or greater than 10-digit, we have to display this illegal ISBN message. Then if the number is 10 digits, extract the digits of the number and compute the sum as explained above. So if it is exactly 10 digits means we have to compute this calculation and we have to say whether it is a legal number or not. Now we will see how to do the program, do it in the program. So see here, they have displayed a message to enter the 10-digit code and they have stored it in n. And again they are taking another temporary variable, n1 is equal to n. So while n1 is greater than 0, okay, so if while n1, that is the input number is only going to be here, is greater than 0, it is going to enter into the loop, and n1 is n1 by 10. If n1 by 10 means they are giving it as C++. The reason is, and they are going to divide the number by 10. Okay, so this is a 10-digit number. So if you divide this by 10, keep on dividing it by 10, you will be getting 10 digits. After that you will be getting a 0 value. So that is the reason they have given here, if n1 is greater than 0, this will enter the loop, and why they are giving here C++ is to see whether the number has 10 digits, to check it. Okay, so if you get 10 in this C means it is a 10-digit number, otherwise it is not a 10-digit number, and we are going to display a message. So after this loop is over, we see here we are going to check if C is less than 10 or C is greater than 10, because it should be exactly 10 digit. So if it is less or greater, we have to display a message illegal ISBN. So if it is not going to enter into the if loop means surely it is a 10-digit number. So in the else part we are going to calculate, that is compute that calculation. For I is equal to 10, I less than greater than or equal to 1, I minus they have given. Okay, so R is the reason for this I will tell you. R is equal to n mod 10. So this number mod 10, if you give, you will be getting the first digit, that is the ones place digit you will be getting in R. Okay, and sum is equal to sum plus R into I, because the rightmost number, that is the last number, is being multiplied by 10. See here, See here, the first number, the leftmost number is multiplied by 1 and the rightmost number is multiplied by 10. Okay, so when you do the mod 10 with this number, you will be getting the rightmost number first. So this is the reason they have given I is equal to 10 in this loop. So that R into I, the rightmost number only you are first getting. So that number into 10 only should be multiplied with that. That is the reason they have given I is equal to 10. Again they are doing n is equal to n by 10. So that the 9 will be skipped off and the next number in the tens place number will be coming here. And that number should be multiplied with 9. That is the reason they have given I minus minus. So that number will be multiplied by 9 and will be added to the sum. This process will be keep on going until the last digit. After that you will be getting the sum and you have to check whether that sum is divisible by 11. If it is divisible by 11 means surely the remainder will be 0. So if it is 0 means you are going to print that ISBN is a valid code. Otherwise it is not a valid ISBN code you are going to display it. So now we will see the program 7. So this program 7 is to display a Floyd's triangle like this. It will be in this pattern 1 and in the next line 2 3, next line 4 5 6 and in the next line 7 8 9 10, like that it keeps on going. So we will see how to do it. First they have initialized the outer loop a is equal to 1, a less than or equal to 5 and a plus plus, because here we have 5 1 2 3 4 5 rows. For that they have initialized here as a is equal to less than or equal to 5. And in the inner loop for b is equal to 1, b is less than or equal to a. Why the reason they have given a is for each iteration it has to print it like this. For first thing only 1 has to be. In the second thing you are going to print 2 numbers. So in the second iteration if you get 2 here, so you can print 2 numbers here. That is the reason they have given the outer variable in the condition here. Okay. So after you are entering inside, they have given already p is equal to 0. So p is equal to p plus 1. So system.out.println p. So the value now in p is going to be 1. So this 1 will be printed here and b will be 2. But for the first iteration, it is going to be greater than a. So it will come out and it will go to the next line. System.out.println, it will go to the next line. And in the next iteration, in the outer for loop, a will be 2. So now here b will be less than or equal to 2. So 2 numbers is going to be printed. And again the p value was already 1 there. Now it is going to be p plus 1 2. So you will be printing 2 and b value is going to be 2 here, which is equal to 2. That is a. Now a's value is 2 here. So which is going to be equal to 2. And so again p is equal to p plus 1 means already it was 2 there. Now it is going to print the number 3 and again it is b is going to be 3 and b is greater than 2. That is a's value was second iteration, right? So b is going to be greater than a. So it is going to come out of the loop. It is going to the next line and again to this iteration it will be a is equal to 3 here and here you will be printing 3 numbers like this. Okay, to print this number 1 2 3 4 like that, that is the reason they have given the p is equal to p plus 1 here to print the number like this 1 2 3.